I'm Heidi Hewitt, AutoCAD Technical Marketing Manager, here with Robert Bell, Design Technology Manager. Now, Robert, when AutoCAD loads, it actually loads several files, right? That kind of, it's maybe doing it in the background, people don't even necessarily know what it's doing. Can you offer some suggestions of how a CAD manager might take advantage of what AutoCAD is doing with those files to automate the process or to control settings maybe in AutoCAD?
Absolutely. There are several files that are used by AutoCAD. AutoCAD Lisp is one, AutoCAD doc.lisp is another, and then there are M&L files, which are Lisp files, but they're tied to the CUI files. So these files are important because they allow a CAD manager to place code inside of those files, visual Lisp code, that will allow AutoCAD to either load applications, to change settings in the drawings as they open up, or even to do other things like enforce the settings that the CAD manager wants for the entire application every time a drawing opens up. But these files, they all have very distinct personalities to them. AutoCAD Lisp, for instance, only executes when AutoCAD first starts up. Now, years and years ago, AutoCAD.lisp was a file that would load with every drawing because years ago, AutoCAD only allowed us to open one drawing at a time. And so some CAD managers kind of got used to that, and they put all their code for starting up AutoCAD inside of that one file. And then, when the multiple document interface came along, AutoCAD doc.lisp was developed. Now this file is one that loads every time a drawing is opened, as opposed to AutoCAD.lisp, which only loads when the application starts. So some CAD managers thought, well, I don't want to rename my file, AutoCAD.lisp, to doc.lisp. And so AutoCAD, or the AutoCAD developers, put a setting inside of AutoCAD so that it could ignore that. But that's a disadvantage. And the reason why that's a disadvantage is because AutoCAD.lisp is going to be able to allow you to load programs, external applications such as .NET files and so forth, only when the application starts. Or perhaps as a CAD manager, you've got some settings that you want forced for the application, but it doesn't really matter to you if somebody changes it during the drawing session. So you make those changes in that AutoCAD.lisp file. Now you use AutoCAD doc.lisp to change settings for every drawing. So for instance, we know when we open up a drawing, we probably want highlighting to be enabled. People want to pick an object and see that they've got it selected. So in AutoCAD doc.lisp, you change the setting there, and every drawing you open up will have highlighting automatically turned on. Now the M&L files, they're very good for helping you to load code that applies to a particular menu interface. So say for instance you work for an MEP firm, a mechanical, electrical, plumbing firm, and you have a separate menu for mechanical versus plumbing versus electrical. And the electrical guys don't really care about drawing ductwork. So they don't want the applications that are loaded with the ductwork menus. So you place the menu code inside of your electrical M&L file, and it will only load when that particular menu is loaded.
That is very good clarification there of, you know, I see these files and it's flashbacks thinking of the single document interface and multi-document interface.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, but there's very good clarification there between the AutoCAD doc Lisp and the M&L.
All right.
Great. Well, hopefully people will start taking advantage of those files the way they're meant to be.
Thank you.
Thanks, Robert.